Hi, how you doing, everybody? I'm Mr. Russo. This is my lesson on solving one-step equations involving multiplication or division. Okay, let's start off with negative 5x equals 15. First thing I do is I establish that there are two sides of an equation. Here's the equal sign, right side, left side. The variable is on the left side, so that's what we concentrate on. There's no plus or a minus in between the number and the variable, so I know that I'm multiplying. And the opposite of multiplication is division, or inverse operation. So I divide. Get rid of my 5's, my negative 5's. X equals 15 divided by 5 is 3. A positive divided by a negative is negative. Answer equals negative 3. Just to over-exaggerate my multiplication and division rules, multiplication, division, if the signs are the same, it's positive. If the signs are different, it's negative. So that should be something that's already in memory. All right, number 2. Negative 1/5 x equals 15. Now, again, here's my equal sign. There's my variable. No plus or minus means multiplication. I could show, or I can do, the division this way, but what happens is the work becomes a little bit detailed, and I want to try and minimize my work. I want to try and make it quick and easy. So what I do is I use this method. If I have some number that I choose not to show the division, where I think it's going to be too detailed, I might use the pickup method, something that many math teachers know about, but I'm calling it the pickup method. As long as I know I'm multiplying, and I got some sort of fraction, it might be too difficult for me to write, I'm just going to pick it up, bring it on the other side, and I have to make sure I compensate by bringing it on the other side. The equal sign acts as like a reverser. You do the opposite or inverse operation, so I got to take the reciprocal of whatever fraction and bring it over. So the reciprocal doesn't mean change the sign, it just means flip the fraction. So I'm multiplying, keep that, but I flip it and I get 5/1. So now that's gone. Bring down my x, and that equals really 15/1 times negative 5/1. That's really what we have, and that's negative 75/1. So x equals negative 75. Okay, that method right there, I'm going to try one more and then have you guys practice in a textbook and for homework and in class. Let's try one more that involves some sort of reduction. All right, some sort of reducing throughout the problem. Negative 15/4x, or let's write negative 15/4 equals 5/8 x. Okay, same exact thing. I know I look on the side where my variable is, happens to be on the right this time. No plus or minus, that means multiplication, so I know I got to do division, but I don't feel like dividing both sides by 5/8, so I use the pickup method. Let me move number 3, and I put a box around it, pick it up, bring it over, show my multiplication sign, show that I'm going to write a fraction, flip it, 8/5. Now that's gone. X equals, and now I try and simplify over here if I can. I could choose to do 8 times 15, then 5 times 4, and then reduce later. But I want to try and reduce if I can throughout the problem, because they're smaller numbers now. Later on they're going to be bigger. It's probably a little bit more difficult. So always try and reduce when I can, when the numbers are small. So I pick one numerator and one denominator that are both divisible by a common number. 8 and 4 are both divisible by 2, but even better by 4. So make it a 1, make it a 2. Same thing with the 5 and the 15. Make it a 1, make it a 3. And now I multiply straight across. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. And then any positive times any negative is negative, and I don't leave it over 1. That shows me I'm not really sure about what the answer is. I should know anything over 1 is whatever the numerator is. So negative 6, x equals negative 6. FYI, if this problem was written slightly different, if it was 15 over 4 equals 5x over 8, that means the same exact thing. Anytime that x is in the middle, it could be in the numerator as well. And anytime it's in the numerator, it really means that it's in the middle. The only difference is when x is in the denominator. That would be a different type of question. Okay, that's it on this topic. Please look forward to new videos.